Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to this first edition of Boof Nation. We're just gonna freestyle this right now. Kind of threw my hat in the ring yesterday and just said, you know what, we're gonna do this. So the only way to get something done is to really just have a go at it. So whatever, it's gonna suck. Don't care. I'm gonna look at a Bitcoin chart to start out here. I guess that kind of makes me think I should make a note here. I don't know what this platform's going to be yet. I'd really like to have more of conversations rather than me just like talking at you guys or whatever. So we'll figure out how we can, incorporate that and make that a thing. But I'm always open to comments, suggestions. Let me know. So as I say, right now we're going to look at this Bitcoin chart. It doesn't always have to be about charts. We can talk about current events, technologies, whatever. Shoot me a message. Um, so right now, I'm sure if you're watching this, you are closely watching Bitcoin, which did just kind of make its crackdown. I mean, this isn't like a huge break. We're kind of expecting this, right? That 7K area, retest would make a whole lot of sense here. I've really just been chilling on the 4 hour as I've been watching these different pivots that we've seen, right? So overall, I mean, this is looking pretty freaking healthy, guys. Like, I'm getting excited. We got to make sure we don't get too excited, right? That's always the name of the game. Everything I'm always looking for in my charts. You want to chart the mind as much as you're charting the TA, right? So a lot of my postings always kind of have a story, that we like to tell. So if we just look at this really big picture here, since it's already published, I might as well just look at it, explain it. I'll leave it in the link below. If you ever want any of my charts, I allow you to make them yours. You just need a TradingView account. I'm not associated with them in any way, but you would need that account. You hit make it mine. They're not going to let me because I have way too many freaking charts. So just hit make it mine, save it. You can have this, doodle on it. I don't care. So the whole theory I'm seeing right now, and as we look at this, if we don't zoom out too far, it just looks awful. That's why you gotta get your guys' perspectives out sometimes. Those super small time frames, if it's good for a scalp for you, see the opportunity, do it. That's cool. But these times that we're just chilling around, you're getting chopped, and it hurts. Don't do that. Okay. So as we look at this mammoth of a chart, we see, overall, we've kind of held this area here that I have epic building of support, right? I mean, this bleed out, no one could have told you that it was really going to happen at this pace, right? Like, this thing's huge when we compare it kind of back, to either the summer of 2013, this huge Mount Gox run. I mean, it's not huge now, but believe me, when this was happening, this was nuts. I mean, and it was laggy. It was so crazy. The bots and the DDoS, it just blew up, and that's really what happened up here. So we're dying, right? It's a scam. Haha. Bitcoin doesn't work. Silk Road, that happens as we're recovering up, and then boom, mania hits. All right, bleed out. We kind of form this bottom, pretty. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say too quick. It's not that much different. It's just not super symmetrical. How this kind of was. I mean, after we printed this 200 weekly EMA as well, like, I remember this happening. Like, it was such a crazy day. It was a Sunday. But anyway, like, this gave us such support, right? We launched off it, boom, nailed it, stuck the landing, as they say. All right, so I'm not gonna run through all this. If you want me to make another video, do that, I'll do that. But we're just comparing over here to over here, right? So here's our first run when we went out. Instead of imploding, because of a technical failure, we kind of imploded because of the media that it was getting at that time, right? It's a bubble for Mark Cuban and Jamie Dimon, kind of at the same time, and they did have a good little dump. I remember Mark Cubano on his Twitter posting out this chart, when it kind of just crashed right here. He never posted it when it went back up, though. That's kind of funny, right? So, but this was also, during a time where Bitcoin was under one, getting a lot of use, right? A lot of people were using it, trying to get into it, signing up in exchanges. Exchanges were batching transactions. We were in this war about, oh my god, what are we going to do with SegWit, or blocks are full, they're too small. So, once people made some forks, whatever, here we are. So, moon out, we know how that goes, bleed out. Okay, so this 6K area also is a super interesting area, right? Like, look how long we freaking chilled here. That was crazy. So that just shows you why the snap was that much worse then too, right? The longer we just kind of blah, 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 get done. Alright? So right now, what I'm digging is this explosion, 2019 came back down. It's really interesting too, this area, when you're thinking about, okay, well, if we bottomed here where they were calling it a bubble, you're still above where, they kind of called it a bubble for a decade, but whatever. That's hugely impressive, right? Like, I love that. And then we kind of ground on that log type trend line. And on this line, I have it drawn with breaks. I have it drawn without every single hit. My motto on trend lines is there's no right way to draw a trend line. Some people like to curve it, some way straight. I don't know. Some will do wicks, some don't. Do what you see, right? That's the only thing that matters. And it's not set in stone. You can always change it later. Whatever. That's why you publish. You keep that there for yourself. Learn. So, explosion up in 2019. This seemed like a super confirmed bottom at that point, right? So then, what happened in 2019? Well, we all know what freaking happened in 2019, especially in October, right? That's when the Fed told us flat out that they were printing money to buy treasuries to support the repo markets, but it wasn't QE. Okay, whatever, bud. Well, basically, those treasuries that were being bought were, for those companies like Airbnb's mortgages, all over. The banks that were loaded up on those corporate bonds, taking gambles on that. So, I mean, we know what was going on. You can follow the money. It's really easy. So how long it went on for, that's what the mind blower was, right? It was all year. We kind of drifted down. Then we had a big break, and Fed came in October, said, all right, we're going to pump it. And really that takes us through until we know what's going on now with the crash. Obviously the virus, helped propagate that, but it was already going to crash well before then. I mean, just to iterate here. How about this live type setting, guys, huh? I mean, it's not live right now, but I ain't editing, okay? Freaking crazy. Alright, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, dudes. Look at this. December 8th, 2018. Right? Same thing. I recommend you check out this story. It was pretty crazy. Had it all right all the way up until, we were being intervened with, right? The natural market was not being allowed to do its thing. Right here, here's where the Fed just pumps us up. It's freaking insane. Freaking insane. I mean, also some of the pivots, you guys are going to call me out. I know I'm missing some things, right? We were going to raise rates. We did, quote unquote, raise rates. And then we took it back. And then we took it back more. And then we took it back more, right? And then we didn't start doing quantitative tightening. It was on autopilot, as they say. So it was that huge shift that first started pushing the market, and then we got cuts, and then we got the Fed in there. So we pumped way past where anyone thought. One thing I'd kind of like to highlight here too. Here's a good thing about trendline, guys. Right, when I drew this, I didn't have anything to go off of, right? We're just taking random things, slapping them on there, and drawing a picture. You're trying to make something. You're trying to figure out where something's going when we chart like this, right? So, okay, let's hit play. You're not going to hit everything all the time. Like, that was incredibly wrong. Even if I would have drawn this out for a megaphone, still wrong. Still would have broke out, right? That was the point. This was the largest squeeze ever. Everyone has been short for so long. Everyone has been a pessimist for so long, right? Like 2012. I mean, that's the first time I think I even started, questioning how ridiculous this system is. Okay, so anyway, look at this. Look at this. Boom! December bottom. Didn't get the wick, but boom, got the body. That's freaking nuts. Boom! Recent drop, same thing. Got the body, Then the next week, we went out, but guess what? We wicked back up. Boom! This week so far. That's freaking nuts, guys. It's freaking nuts. This is the scary part. And this is why Bitcoin. You know, if we see something like this, oh my freaking god, for a month, right? It's gonna shatter trust in everything. It just will, and that's okay. It needs to. You know, there's issues that we all could build solutions for, right? So I'll leave it there. That's a wild thought to go run on right now. So anyway, as we're pulling up here on Bitcoin, right now we're just naturally going to hit some resistance here. Oh, you know what? I got some other charts over here we'll just jump to. So right now we're at the 50% retrace, so that's just naturally, right? We're going to test this. We got the daily EMAs here. I really like the 100, 200. I keep the 10 on there as well. And Keltner channels. I mean, Keltner channels are the bomb. Check them out. So really, a rising wedge. We kind of have, you know, this has been descending for a long time. So I like that though. I mean, we're respecting, you know, a lot of the defined trend lines we have right now. But that's also, you know, keep that in mind. Everyone else is seeing them too. So again, I've been looking a lot at the 4 hour right now. Oof, see it, but look at that. Some nice support. Turning up there right now. And what I say, 7K? Yeah. Getting down there. See probably right now, FOMO shorters. People have been chanting, you know, 3K, 2K, 1K, whatever. They just margin short 100x right there. So we'll go chase that real quick and see what happens. So right now though, I wouldn't rush. You know, if we kind of looking, I think right now with how much money is coming into the market, just load up before I bring that. Yeah. So oddly enough, the overall legacy markets, and I mean just all markets, are trading really similarly. If you find something that's not, it's probably a good thing to start investigating. Like why? You know, you want to see me trigger some people? Look at old Tesla. Imagine if you would have been in Tesla from the hundreds. This crash ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Look at that. And if we go down again, you're gonna get another shot too. But anyway, find things that don't follow as closely. Obviously, it was way out of whack well before it went down too. So for a bubble popping during this, I shouldn't say bubble. I don't think Tesla's a bubble, but that's another video, I think. I should probably wrap this up. I'm getting long-winded on you guys and gals. So basically right now, we're going back. We got to retest all these supports that we broke out of, right? That's just natural. Don't buy when it's up here. Buy when it's down here. Don't short it. Just accumulate it. That's what you want to be doing right now. Because remember, boom. As the story goes, as the story's told, this is where we're going to find ourselves. And if we see the legacy go down the way it does, shatter that trust and faith, there's going to need to be alternatives or redundancies that are there, you know, to keep the groceries going, to keep all these things going, which most of them, thanks to our friends at like Square, for instance, you know, right now, today, you can use this stuff. That's insane. No one's, again, I like to say this to people who try to say why it's not useful or whatnot, and I try to get them to use it as much as they can. Anything you can buy, do that. You can just buy it back. Like this whole notion of, you know, hodl some, that's cool, but you know, use some, have your hot wallet. So if you're buying it and using it, you know, you don't really have to worry about those types of gains on those things. Just keep it hot, keep it on cash app. Like boom, there you go. You're already ready. Your friends are ready. Get your family ready. Get your dogs ready, dude. You can buy dog food with Bitcoin, man. I'm telling you. You can buy anything. Go to Bitrefill. That's another good one. I think I'm running out of things to say. and I don't want to repeat myself. So if you like this, cool. If you didn't, whatever. That's cool too. Just have a drink. You know, tell me what you didn't like. Maybe I can change. You know, we can all change. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Peace.